On today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Raphinha being linked closely to Arsenal. Today, Raphinha has been linked closely to Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. I got my guy Tyreek with me. Joe will be joining us from the Just Joe show. As you guys know, my guy Joe, he does all the Leeds content. So Just Joe football show. He will be joining us in about 10 minutes time. Right now, we're just going to discuss the actual rumor and what we have heard from Fabrizio Romano and others. So if you guys don't know, today, we got a bomb dropped on us. A bomb was dropped, and that bomb is none other than the man himself, Raphinha. Now, Raphinha is highly touted, and he's known as one of the best wingers outside of the original top six. He currently plays for Leeds, and he plays for Brazil. And this was reported by this gentleman here. You got the blue tick and everything. I can tell you guys where he works for in a second, but he said that Raphinha is very close to Arsenal. As you can see there, he says Raphinha is very close to Arsenal. He said Leeds United sources admit that they know nothing about Barca and that the player does not want to wait. They expect to close the operations this week. So it could be that Raphinha could be leaving Leeds this week, and that destination could be Arsenal. This is reported from Goal, as you can see. And there's been numerous reports from this. Fabrizio Romano has also spoken about this topic. Just to let you guys know, Fabrizio Romano has mentioned it earlier a couple of seconds ago. He tweeted out a similar quote. Let me just get that up on the screen for you guys to show you guys what we're talking about. Hit that like button also while you guys are here. Fabrizio Romano, here's what he said. The Raphinha situation, Barcelona have agreed personal terms with Raphinha. No agreement has been met between Raphinha and Leeds. Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds, and interest has been done since March. If you guys remember, we did talk about this. He also said both Tottenham and Chelsea are also in contact for the player. The fee would be in and around 65 to 75 million pounds. That is a statement signing right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a massive, massive signing right there. And also, we're going to continue to discuss this and more. We're going to also talk about some other things. If you don't know the Gabriel Jesus story is still escalating, but Goal Brazil have reported something on the Gabriel Jesus story that I have to show you guys right now. Let me just go to that in 2 seconds. We're going to discuss all these plus more, but right now I'm just giving you guys the headlines. Gabriel Jesus is close to completing a switch to Arsenal, and possibly the deal will be announced in the coming days. That is what that report is saying. In addition to that, if you guys don't know, Arsenal are to announce Fabio Vieira's today, but before he got announced, the Premier League website have announced Fabio Vieira to Arsenal. Yes, the Premier League website have already announced him to Arsenal by accident. They did it by accident. They didn't mean to do it. So the Premier League website have already announced Fabio Vieira. And if you want to see another image, let me show you another one. They've already put him in the squad next to midfielders, next to Thomas Partey and everything else. So Fabio Vieira's announcement is imminent, and this is just more proof that Fabio announcements is imminent. Now, before we continue on, there's a couple more things that we need to discuss. But I need to just get your take on this, man. How good will Raphinha look in that Arsenal kit? How good will he look in that Arsenal kit, bro? Because I'm looking at some of these edits, and they are fire. They are fire. Look at him in that kit. I'm looking at Raphinha, and I'm saying to myself, this could be a statement signing. Look at this one here. These guys are quick with the edits, bro. But he looks just at home. And that would mean we would have Raphinha, we would have Gabriel Jesus, we'd have Gabriel Magalhaes, and we have Gabriel Martinelli. We could have 4 Brazilians in our team next season. 4 Brazilians. Also, if you guys don't know, there's been an update on the Martinez situation. It seems like the Martinez situation is that Arsenal have had a bid rejected, and we will be going in with another bid very, very soon. But the main story with that is the main story that came out yesterday is that Arsenal are planning to spend around 70 million, a 70 million pound spending spree on those two players. Yes, 70 million. Now, there's so much to unpack on today's show, but bro, exciting times at the Emirates. What are you saying?
I'm just keep reading this out to me, girl, because I'm loving every single moment of it, and I'm sure we all are in the chat to the fellow Arsenal fans in here. If you're not, then you're hating it. And
Do you
was
know how
talking
much
about
the Gabriel Jesus deal is going to cost, by the way?
how much. What are they saying at the moment?
Bro, it's not 50 million. It's 42.
There you go, right there. So that's the 42 million pound offer that we're looking to be spent. You see, business is being done, and we do need to calm down with the disrespect that gets put on, Arteta, Edu in these situations. It was just last week, wasn't it, Igal? Last week, a week ago today, was it? Is it today or yesterday or the day after? We was giving these guys a lot of stick, and we were saying they don't know what they're doing. And I said, let's be calm. We were four or so days into the transfer market. Yeah, and now we're here. So, people, we still need to be calm. We can't get too gassed as well, because these players aren't holding up the shirt yet. We know Fabio Vieira, that's all but confirmed. When the Premier League are putting out statements like that, then, and, doing those things, that's confirmed because it has to get passed through their, their teams, their legalities and whatnot. So that's all but sorted. But now we're looking onto the next targets. We're even seeing targets that we didn't even know that Arsenal were interested in for this window. In Lisandro Martinez, Raphinha was loosely linked. We weren't really talking about him being a necessity because we was talking about getting two strikers and whatnot. Eddie Nketiah, he signed a contract. I know people's thoughts on that isn't great, but we'll have to wait and see, people. It's going to be a big season.
You know what? I'm hearing all sorts of pessimism from people in the chat. People are saying if Barcelona and Liverpool are coming in, how do Arsenal have a chance? I will tell you right now, Liverpool have made a statement saying that they will not be signing any more first-team players, just young academy players to bolster their academy. Barcelona have made it evidently clear that they don't have the money to be spending around 65 to 75 million pounds on Raphinha. They want to spend around 35 million pounds for Raphinha. So Leeds are not going to budge on their price. They've made their price evident, 50 million or above, and that's 50 million pounds. So that is that. People are saying what up to everyone in the chat. Let me know where you guys are calling from. Bro, what should the poll question be today? And also, let me know where you guys are watching from. Same old story. Just go, Raphinha. Oh, is this a Leeds fan? Yeah, David. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's gonna have a good home at Arsenal, man. He's not going to Manchester United. He's not going to friggin' Chelsea. He's gonna be going somewhere where he's loved. So don't worry, Leeds fans. But let me know what you guys think about Raphinha going to Arsenal. Do you think it's a good move for Arsenal? Do you think it's a very ambitious move for Arsenal? Because a lot of people are saying Raphinha wouldn't pick you over Liverpool or Barcelona, but it's not about who he would pick. It's about who is going to bid. Similar to the Basuma deal. No one bid for him except for Tottenham. So it's about who's going to bid for you. But what are you going to say?
Bro, I think what you see it asked in the comment section, when you get down to it, he's asking a question about Saka or Raphinha who starts. And I've got strong opinions on this. And I look, guys, you've seen Bukayo Saka's name on the back of my shirt before. Bukayo Saka is my boy and I love him for loads of reasons. But Raphinha today is a better player than Saka today. So Raphinha and Saka, what an option that is to have, because with Raphinha, he can also play off the left, but we'll primarily see him on the right side. And then with Saka, we know he can certainly play on that left side. He's shown that he can play in the number 8 position as well. I remember that game against Brighton in particular, when we did lose, when that whole Guendouzi happened, that kind of overshadowed that moment. But Saka had a good game playing in that central, just off the left in that 8 position. We know the versatility that Saka possesses, and if we
don't tend to send players to Stoke, but you know what, the Arsene Wenger days are done, so we sent him to Stoke. He at Stoke, he will be playing in the Championship next season, and he will be on a season-long loan with the Championship side. Harry Clark, which he's going to go for cheap at the end of the window. I base my feelings on who's going to go or who's not going to go based on what I see. And from Nicolas Pepe, I have not seen Arsenal actually shopping him around. It looks like we're linked to him for him to have an exit. But the exit links only come when we start getting linked to like a Raphinha. Until then, really and truly, who has been linked to him? PSG? I don't think he's going to PSG.
I don't know. Maybe there's certain departures that happen, you know, when it's quiet as well. Like, yeah, you're right. It may happen later towards the window, of course, but you know, I think he still will leave. Otherwise, I don't see Arsenal pressing for Raphinha. Do you know what I mean? Because that's too much in the squad. And if we sign a Raphinha early before Pepe even has genuine interest, clubs can even negotiate even lower because we know you need to get Pepe off your books. We know he's not in the pecking order, and Pepe will get more itchy feet, and he will be pressing to leave. So I think there might be in the background. We'll have to wait and see in the next coming days.
Saying, please read the TikTok comments. I will read the TikTok comments right now. What are they saying? They're saying they're all saying, "Come on, you Spurs." That's all they're saying.
Oh,
that's literally what they're writing. Raphinha,
Faster, man. What are you doing?
Someone else said Raphinha to Spurs is apparent. No. Leave us, a lie. Some Leeds fans don't believe he's going to leave them. Arsenal still won't get top 4, some guy says. Chelsea fan base would rather have Raphinha than Leeds. Raphinha than Sterling. That is just my opinion. Interesting. Another person says terms agreed. Still could hijack the deal from Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano is never wrong, is he? He might be. Someone sent a rose. I don't know what that is. Thank you.
That sends like £2 to you, basically.
Up the Toffees says an Everton fan, and he says Richarlison over Raphinha. I don't know about that.
No.
Okay, but yeah, that's it for that. Anyways, big up to the people on TikTok. We're just gonna wrap it up there in that video. But yeah, let me. What are we saying? What are we saying? Is there anything else, boys? Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, we're waiting for David Ornstein to drop a report, basically. David Ornstein dropped a report 8 minutes ago, but it's not about Arsenal.
Can I say something? We already know who we're trying to sign this summer.
This is what he dropped. Lukaku is close to going back to Italy. You know what? Enough about that. Samuel, what were you going to say? Oh, he's gone. Sam's gone. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, the timeline right now is telling me that the Raphinha stuff is the most exciting things that could happen. We're waiting for David Ornstein to give us an update on the situation with Raphinha. Fabrizio Romano has not mentioned anything recent. They're saying Arsenal will not Raphinha will not rush to join either Arsenal or Tottenham. His priority is to join Barcelona. Interesting report right there, contradicting everything we heard earlier.
But wow, you see what I'm saying? He will not rush to join either Arsenal or Tottenham as his priority is to join Barcelona. Leeds have set an asking price of 60 million, but Barcelona are only willing to pay around half of that amount, and their interest has cooled in recent weeks. And if that's the case, Barcelona, how are they going to get the money to sign Raphinha when they can't even sign their players on a free? Come on, people. We need to look at this. Lewandowski, I'm sure he's a priority more than Raphinha. So, and they got to pay up 50 million plus for Lewandowski there. So if we are willing to pay the money, he will come. But Igal, I want to ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
If these signings all pull through, what are you aiming for next season?
My aim is top 4 and the Europa League.
So you want to get top 4 and win Europa League?
Yeah. That is my expectations for next season. And I feel like if we don't get either of them, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah, I understand. I agree. We are expecting big next season, and I want to hear everyone else in the chat as well.
Expectations next season has been raised. We have to raise our expectations for next season not because of the window, but because of how last season ended. Anything less than how we did last season, anything less than 4th this season is not an improvement off last season. So we have to continue to improve, or else we are stagnating and we've regressed. Like, for example, Chelsea last year finished what? Did they finish 3rd? And they finished 3rd, and they won the Champions League. This year they've regressed. So Liverpool, the year prior, what did they have? They didn't do anything of note. Am I wrong? Where this year They won 2 trophies. Next season, if they don't win the Champions League or the Premier League, they've regressed. Manchester United, they've had one of their worst seasons ever. Anything from last season is an improvement. You know what I mean? Tottenham finished 4th this season. If they don't finish 4th again this upcoming season, their expectation should be 4th or even 3rd or 2nd if they can. With Antonio Conte, the sky's the limit for them. So everyone's expectation for next season should be better. We cannot say this thing is, oh, I'm happy with this, or make excuses. Come next season, I have to hold myself accountable for what I'm saying right now. Unless there's been catastrophic injuries and 1 million players are dead or dead tired at the end of the season because we're playing them to the ground. That's the only situation where it's like you might understand.
Yeah, 100%. I think you're right in that. You're spot on in a way. I would even go even higher. I'd say top 3. We need to finish above Spurs. That's what I'd say, because we've got a settled squad now and a settled manager, whereas they're trying to bring in. This is their first season with their manager, and of course it's Antonio Conte, but there's still going to be bumps in the road for them. Plus, they've got Champions League to contend with.
Are you worried about what's it called? Not the transfer window, but are you worried about the what's the name? Tielemans deal? Because I haven't. It's gone quiet. It's gone.
Yes.
Real quiet.
In all honesty, I am worried, and I do think, are we going to sign someone in that position? You posted it on Twitter earlier. Go check out your guys' Twitter, and you'll see it there about the Tielemans. And I was in the Twitter and was discussing. I was saying, yes, that interest may have cooled, but it won't stop Arsenal looking for other targets. I know Milinkovic-Savic has been linked with Arsenal. That would cost a lot of money, and Chelsea are the team that are in the lead for him right now. So that's quite a big deal. But yeah, I do think Arsenal will be looking at other targets, and we may get them after the season starts by then. But yeah, I am starting to get worried about Tielemans, and hopefully something will break through there soon.
This is the last I heard from Fabrizio saying we remain top priority and continue to pursue the deal for Leicester's midfielder. So we haven't heard an update for about 4 days on Tielemans. So it's just don't know what to believe at this point. That's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna go with it. But hey, I'm hopeful that Fabio Vieira doesn't mean the end for the Tielemans deal. But yeah.
I don't think that has an effect. From what I'm hearing, it's more to do with the people involved in the deal. So the people brokering the deal, the intermediaries like the agents and those things. That's the issue. Not Tielemans. Personal terms was agreed from January even. From even way back then. It's just trying to get the little, legalities, the agent fees.
Leicester are trying to wait to maybe get a bidding war because nobody's after the player. You might be right, Samson, Lane.
Yeah. No one is after him. So yeah, we don't have to rush. That is true. Are you going to rush if we have to submit? No, of course not. He's going to make me taking a massive upgrade coming to Arsenal.
That might be why we stepped up the Martinez deal so quickly, because Timber fell through. We're like, here's an opportunity. Let's go.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, the transfer window, it's all about pieces and domino effect. That's what it's all about, bro. You know what I mean? So one piece falls, the next piece will too. So yeah.
What are people saying? Yes, Barca, the money, Raphinha. Barca now. What? I'm so confused. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll catch you on Tyreek's channel later at 8 o'clock. I'll make sure I send it out to everybody. Let me know when you're going live. I'm going to be on the football terrace at 6, so come support there. Show some love in the chat, because I'm always getting crucified on the chat on the terrace. So like, I would love for you guys to come over and show some support to me. And also check me out on Twitter at EGTVEGAL. And also check me out on TikTok on EGTV and I'll be doing a Twitter space tonight at 10 o'clock after Love Island's done to talk about Arsenal transfers and Raphinha and everything else. So you guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. This has been a massive, massive week for Arsenal. We are going to sign 2 players by the end of the week. Most likely Gabriel Jesus and Vieira most likely will get signed today. I don't think I'll be putting out another video, but what I will do is I'll clip up this part and repost it most likely. So you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Have a good one, and we're out, people. Peace.